Hello students, we will continue The Merchant of Venice Act 3 Scene 2 Part 10 and this is the last part of this scene. In the previous videos we already discussed that Salario came with the letter of Antonio and that letter contained some bitter news which made Bassanio's cheeks or face pale. And Portia, as being a very sensitive lady, understood that some dear friend must have died, for nothing else can affect the physical condition of such a normal person. And she was repeatedly requesting Bassanio to share half of the news that the letter which was brought by Salario to Bassanio, as she is his wife now and she has the right to know all the informations and also the right to share everything, maybe the good, maybe the bad news that Bassanio undergoes. When Bassanio read the letter, he found the content of the letter almost unbelievable, as all of the Antonio ships had been hit at the same time, which seemed to be unbelievable. And he wanted the confirmation from Salario that no ship of Antonio had escaped from getting lost. Salario replied that not a single ship came back, and this made Bassanio very much sad because now the condition of Antonio is very unbelievable because his life is at risk. And students, you know that why was Bassanio sad? Because Bassanio was sad because Antonio was in trouble just because of him only. Because to sponsor the trip to Belmont, Antonio credited himself, took the loan from the cruel Jew Shylock of 3,000 ducats just to sponsor the trip of Bassanio to Belmont so that he can marry Portia. Salario also informed that the Jew was so eager to take penalty if he take penalty by taking a pound of flesh from Antonio's body. That means Antonio's death is mandatory. Meanwhile, Jessica replied about his father's conversation with other Jews. Now students, let's begin from here. When I was with him, I have heard him swear to Tubal and the Chos, his countrymen, that he would rather have Antonio's flesh than 20 times the value of the sum. So Jessica says that she had heard her father conversing with Tubal and other Jews that he would rather have a pound of Antonio's flesh than 20 times the value of the debt. That means Shylock is all determined, all set to take his revenge by killing Antonio. She says that she knows well that unless the law and the higher powers intervene, it is going to be tough for poor Antonio. Portia, is it your friend dear that is thus in trouble? Now Portia is in dark. She doesn't know anything about Antonio or Bassanio's friendship. So she is asking that whether the friend they are talking about who is in trouble is very dear to Bassanio. Now students, what I am going to read the extract or the character sketch of Antonio given narrated by Bassanio is very important. You can use all these points in your answers as keywords. The dearest friend to me, the kindest man, the best condition and unwearied spirit. Now this line means that yes, my dearest, my closest and the kindest man on the earth, the best tempered or best intentioned person who never gets tired of doing generous deeds or the kind deeds, and one in whom the ancient Roman honor more appears than any that draws breath in Italy. Now underline this also, the ancient Roman honor. What does this phrase means? It refers to ancient Roman honor refers to loyalty to friends and country, which is very evident and clear in Antonio's character, as he loves and cares for his friends and his city, Venice. Now, why Antonio is said to be very kind? Because he shows kindness to the people by not collecting any interest on the principal amount. He only collected, he gave loan, but he never collected interest on the amount. Portia. What sum owes he the Jew means how much money does Antonio owe to the Jew? Bassanio. For me means only for me, on my behalf, he owes 3,000 ducats. Portia. What? No more means what? Only this much amount. As Portia is a wealthy lady, so this 3,000 ducats is a very small amount. And now you will find in this extract a new Portia in front of you. Now Portia, from a girl to a lady, to a woman, very, very sensible, very wise woman, she played a role, and you will find here. Now, pay him 6,000 and deface the bond. Pay him 6,000 and just cancel the bond. Now, double 6,000 and then treble that before a friend of this description shall lose a hair through Bassanio's fault. Now, students, please underline these lines because these are very important. Here you will find that Portia behaves herself as the most wonderful and most responsible wife. Why? Because she would not have, she doesn't want anybody to blame Bassanio, nor she wants anybody to suffer for Bassanio's fault. That is why she is ready to just pay the double or the triple of the amount or the loan taken by Antonio from the Jew. To pay the petty debt 20 times over, when it is paid, bring your true friend along. My maid Nerissa and myself meantime will live as maids and widows. Come away, for you shall hence your wedding day bid your friends welcome, show a merry cheer. Since you are dear bought, I will love you dear, but let me hear the letter of your friend. Now, in this passage, you will find that Portia tells Bassanio to do two things at once. What was the first thing? First thing was to go with her to church and to complete the formalities of marriage, and immediately after that leave for Venice to meet Antonio. And also she asks him to take gold with him because she is ready to repay the money that Bassanio had borrowed, and no amount of money is too large to repay. That is why she is asking Bassanio to complete these two things at once. But before that, she wants to know the content of the letter. Bassanio reads the letter. So students, you will read this letter. But one more information is here, that Antonio told Bassanio that his ships were all destroyed and his creditors are just disturbing him, and the Jew is eagerly insisting on the forfeiture of the bond because the due date has been expired, and he is trying the Duke from in the morning and night to allow him to take a pound of his flesh. That means Antonio knows that his life is now going to be end, and this is the end of his life. Before that, he wants to meet Bassanio, but only one on the condition, if his lover, the partner, that is Portia, allows him to come. But Antonio doesn't want that by his letter force him to come to meet Antonio, but only with Portia's permission Bassanio should come and meet Antonio during his last breath. Hearing the letter, Portia requested Bassanio to finish all his works there immediately and to reach his friend Antonio as early as possible. Bassanio says, since I have your good leave to go away, means since he got her kind permission to go to Venice, he would hurry up and come back as early as possible, and till then he would not rest, and no rest will keep him separated from his wife. So students, we have completed our act 3 scene 2. I hope you have understood. Please go through all the videos and all the parts of this scene so that you can understand this scene properly, and this scene is very very important from the examination point of view. I shall continue the next scene in my next video. Thank you.